position that I am to say this. Let's go review some equips, okay? Now, a couple of things to talk about. What do I consider as a completed equip? I want a 5-line potential on the equip, so that's 3-line main pot and 2-line B pot. However, things like a 24% stat main pot on a level 150 item, I don't consider as a 3-line, because technically you could get 24% off of 2 prime lines legendary. So you could get it from 9, 9, and 6. That would make a 24% 3-line, but you could also get it from 12, 12, and then nothing. So for the main pot, it has to be 3-line. And then for the B pot, it's just 2-line of whatever, preferably a prime line and a secondary line. But being free to play, you compromise. For scrolling, it's usually just whatever is the best for the equip. So for superior Golux and reinforced Golux, it's the advanced Golux rings, and for armor, it would be primes and stuff, and then icogs or whatever. My belt, I could have primed, but I was already way far into the star forcing rabbit hole that I couldn't dive out of it. So getting the icogging on the belt done I consider it okay. As for flames, we did the whole thing in season 3, so all of my boss equips are done. As for my non-boss items, so that would be my Sweetwater accessories and my Golux accessories, I think 4% all stat is already pretty good. I really don't want to try for something better. I'll have to see because of something that I'll say later. So that's potential, scrolling, and flaming. And for star forcing, it's either going to be 17 star, 20 star, or 22 star where applicable, with the exception of my belt, which is maximum of 15 because it's a superior item. So that's going to be what I'm aiming for. But more importantly, the equips themselves. I basically want almost best in slot, if not best in slot, where applicable. So things like the Dark Boss accessories is definitely way out of the realm of possibility for someone like me. But arcanes are good enough or achievable enough to make it so that I want to have that as my equips. So I'll go through it a little bit more as I go through the equips in the video. So for the Dark Doom totems, they are completely done. They are the best in slot. I know there's like a Hunter's Totem or something that can be, I think Hunter's Totem is 32 all set and 16 or something like that. But as far as I'm concerned and off of my knowledge currently, these are totems that are completely done. I don't have to worry about them. Moving on to the first item I show in my equip video is my superior Golux ring. 3-line main pot? Yes. 2-line B pot? Absolutely yes. Completely scrolled? Yes. 22 stars? Yes. This item is done. Absolutely done. Okay, moving on to the next thing. It's reinforced ring, completely scrolled, 22 stars, 3-line main pot. In fact, all of my accessories I know are 3-line main pot because I bought them that way. I bought them 30% main pot clean or scrolled or whatever, and then I just threw the B pot in afterwards because I knew people who are selling 5-line or 6-line equips, they're never going to look for mesos. They're always going to be looking for real money, so I never bother with that. But the scrolling is done, the main pot is done, but the B pot is not done. There's only 1 line of all stat there, so I have to eventually get around to that. Same thing with the Meister ring. It's primed, it's 22 stars, it's 3-line main pot. The B pot is like pseudo 2-line, but I definitely want to bring it up to legendary and try to 2-line that. Solid Golux ring, completely done primed, fully star forced, 3-line main pot. Sort of 2-line B pot, it's sort of there. I mean, I could technically get a better B pot, but that's really, really low on the priority list. Gold Richie's Handkerchief, technically a 3-line flame. I technically could get something like 60 and 5, and it could be better. I'll worry about it later. Crusader Codex, whatever. Superior Pendant, 22 star. 3-line main pot, 2-line B pot. This item is, completely done. So that is another equip that's completely done. I'm very happy with it. Same with my other pendants, same idea, 5-line, 22-star, fully scrolled. My sword, 17-star, primed, 3-line main pot, but really on the really low side of it, so I'm kind of salty, but I have to make with what I have. 2-line B pot, done. It's done. The only thing that I need to do for the sword is to try and 22-star it. Oh god. Okay, moving on. If I can, yeah, there we go. Tyrant Belt, the flame is done, the star forcing is not done, the main pod is done, the B pod could use another line, but giving up 7% strength to reroll it is gonna be a little bit hard, so that's low on the priority list. Gotta get it to 15-star, and I gotta fix the B pot. Hat, this is a big one, and I know a lot of people has been talking about it. Yes, I have to up the B pot, and I have to up the main pot. This is probably one of the first things that I'll eventually get to after I equip all my arcanes. Okay, moving on to my Sweetwater Tattoo, same idea. The B pot is basically pseudo 2-line B pot, so very low on the priority list. It's primed, it's got my Neb flame on it, and it's 22-star. It's almost done. Like, very minuscule levels of polish needed to be added to that equip. Monaco, same idea. I know +2 and +1 per 10 is actually pretty good, but after reviewing the B pot comparisons on Rob's or Mastering Gaming's calculator, I technically could get a better 2-line. But similarly, 22-star primed, flamed, 3-line main pot, 2-line main pot. It's basically done, and really minimal polish needed to be added. Okay, top, flame done, prime done, main pot done, B pot done, Star Force done. This item is done. Same idea with my pants. 3-line main pot, really nice flame, 22 stars. B pot, that's I would say it's done, but I'll have to see after I equip my gloves about my ratios and stuff like that. But 1% crit damage is actually not something to laugh at. Yeah. So shoes, this is where things actually get interesting. I need arcane shoes. I'm working on my arcane shoes. Or am I? Dun. So I need to completely replace this equip. My current arcane shoes I know is done flaming. It has like 121 strength or whatever. The main pot should need to be worked on, but the B pot is done, as evident from that last cubing episode I made. So it's almost there, but not quite, because it also needs to be 22 starred, which is going to be hell. But priority in season 4 for me is to just get my arcanes equipped, which means that I don't want to worry about potential anymore, and the only thing that I need to worry about is star forcing, because star forcing is the one thing I can do while an item is completely untradeable or needs to be p-socked, because I don't need to throw that equip anywhere across my Kana account or my friends who might be selling service or whatever. So that's a huge priority. This earring, you don't need to hear the spiel, it's done. The Scarlet Shouldered, this is a weird one. I did do a lot of math on this. Eventually I do want to replace this with a 22-star arcane shoulder, but for the time being this is just a good shoulder to just keep for now. I might tier up the B pot just a little bit more, just depending on how well my luck goes with star forcing the rest of my arcanes, because this is probably going to be my last arcane equip that I will 22 star after my sword, my gloves, my cape, and my shoes. Same idea with my shoes here. I need to completely replace this with arcane gloves. The B pod is done, the scrolling is done, the star forcing is at 17 stars, so eventually I have to get it to 22. But the main pod is what I really want out of it. I need that 2-line crit, because that is just way better than 1-line crit and 2-line strength. So there's that. Battleroid, well, that's just it. All right, Gold Leaf Emblem. B-Pod is poor man 3 lines. For weapon secondary and emblem, I want 2-line attack. That is the best thing that you can get in B-Pod, so I have to fix that up there, which is going to be painful. I'm not looking forward to it. Badge. Well, I don't have any backup badges, so this is staying at 20 stars. I'm not risking the 22. It's 3-line main pot. The B pot only has 1 line, so eventually I have to work on that. Medal, it's just a medal. If there's something better, I'll eventually get it. This stupid thing, oh my goodness. I need to fix the main pot so that it has a combination of attack and boss for a 3-line, and then I have to work on the B pot so that it has 2-line attack. I'm really not looking forward to that. Okay, so with my cape, I need to replace it with arcane, and then I have to get 3-line strength on it, and the B pot was already done, so that's good, and then eventually I have to 22 star it, blah, 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 blah. That's the same case for all my arcanes. And from earlier, remember how I mentioned how I said something like 24% was not a valid 3-line? My Outlaw Heart needs to get at least 27% for me to consider it 3-line and done. And this is going to stay 17 star, it's primed. And then this B-pot is pretty good. This is a pretty good B-pot for a Dex user. But maybe I can greed and go for something a little bit better. I'm not sure. So overall, well, I said it a bunch already. The main focus immediately at the start of Season 4 is to try and get my arcanes equipped, and in order to do that, I need to get 3-line main pot on them. Since the B pots are already done, I don't need to transfer them over to anybody, not my Kana, not my friends, or not anyone selling service that I trust. Just main pot, main pot, main pot. I need main pot done. Afterwards, it's a little bit of a toss-up. I can either work on star forcing or B-pot, both of which are going to be very expensive because they're all arcanes and 1 Tyrant Belt, so that's not fun. Oh yeah, so about my pet equip. So 2 of them are completely done. It's just the last one that I'm waiting for. In the upcoming Glory patch, there is going to be a pet equipment transfer scroll. So with the... where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Is it after? Oops. Let me get out of there. Yeah, right here. After this, I need to transfer this wing sword onto a pet that I use. So maybe the Myrrh Eggshell or the Fennec Fox's Star Muffler, and then that will be done. So yeah, main focus is my arcanes, and just anything I do is going to be quite a lot of work, but at least now I maybe have laid out the roadmap for Season 4. Get arcanes, fix B-pots, finish star forcing. Oh my god, that's going to be painful. So to summarize it all,